steadfast in that belief that we needed 290 units of N to grow good crops of cane, which we don't. It's proven now. You just learned through Julian. He did multiple different rates through blocks, but not just 1 year. We did it to 4 or 5 years straight, and it just kept coming up again and again. That the 6 easy steps way was the right amount of N to produce a good crop of cane. Our tonnes hasn't suffered at all. It's been pretty much the same. Our CCS levels have probably gone up a little bit. Wouldn't say dramatically like some of the other participants in the trial, but yeah, on the whole, we're definitely saving money on the fertiliser we're not applying. Yeah, more money in our pocket every year. It's a given. If you put less fertiliser on and your results don't change, that's one less expense really. I learned a lot more actually about how the plant works, the uptake of nitrogen, where losses happen, identifying those losses if there's an issue. Probably on the agronomy side, as a farmer you think, you just grow cane, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. You've got to take a real interest and understand everything that the plant does, and from that, you can grow better cane. It's as simple as that. Do they tell you how much is the right amount of N to put on? They've got the data to back it up. They're not just pulling figures out of their hat and saying this is the amount you've got to put on, or government's telling us to do this, or whatever. It's actual figures that they've got, data to back up. So, listen to them. It's absolutely worthwhile. There's no doubt about that. Not from the fact, it's for the main fact that it's made me a better farmer and it's saving me money, but also the networking that is created from doing that, and just meeting different people, I guess, and enjoying talking to different farmers that I hadn't actually ever met before. So yeah, that was good. It's great, actually. Very good.
Before RP20, we were quite frightened about getting involved in this. For using a lower rate of nitrogen, we were certain we were going to see production losses. After the second year, and that wasn't evident, basically the ears pricked up and said, well, what is going on here? And how much money have I been losing over the years? Even though production was up, was it actually beneficial to put that extra inputs into it? And the answer to come back, no. Learning more about the varieties and their use of the nitrogen, and again, modifying that to suit varieties and the soil condition, and getting a financial gain out of that without losing productivity on our properties. As far as losses go, we've learned a lot about that, and we've modified and changed our farming operation to control those and get the best benefit out of what nitrogen we do put on. Where I see production loss, I can identify the other factors that are causing it, and it's not nitrogen, because through these trials we noticed that with weed pressure, low supply of water at times, and nitrogen on the varying rates did not make a difference. So yeah, to have that reduction in input, that's put money straight back in my pocket. 6 Easy Steps works. It's keeping that farm well managed with the use of 6 Easy Steps that shows us the benefit in financial returns and just cost savings.
I've been worried that the extra nitrogen that I've been putting on has been suppressing my sugar. So when this trial was spoken about, I thought, we might try this and get some figures and see if we can back it up. That's how it all started. In every of the five crops, it showed up where the extra nitrogen was not only lower sugar, it was lower. The tonnes were no different, and that was a real eye opener to me.
If you start putting on more than what's recommended, it's not really. It's just wasting money, basically. It was a pleasure to do the trial. It was good for the way everything was explained to us, and that was easy to understand without the scientific background, and just put it in layman's terms for us, so it was really good.
The little bit of time we spent with the trial has been more than recompensed, with the results.
I found it really interesting in my particular experiment on my block, on my soil, with my crop, that it didn't matter what rate of nitrogen we put on, the results were very similar. So that showed me that the more nitrogen I put on, I wasn't actually getting any benefits from it. I was wasting money. So now I am totally convinced that we can put too much nitrogen on. I was putting too much nitrogen on, and so now I have cut back to some of the rates that I feel comfortable with after Julian's experiments here. So for me it's been, a totally positive experience. I'm happy I was part of it. I've learnt.
Well, because I was one of the higher end users before, I'm saving money on fertiliser, but I've also noticed that I'm getting more tonnes of sugar per hectare because my cane isn't growing all the time. I used to put on that much fertiliser that my cane never used to mature and make sugar properly. But now that I'm putting on the right amount of fertiliser, my cane is actually maturing and my CCS levels have gone up accordingly without dropping tonnage.
Very amazed to think where we were when we first started the trial. Us farmers really were thinking that, hey, we need to put this nitrogen on, otherwise we are not going to be here and growing cane. And to think we've come along now to the end of this journey and being a project that was so well done and so well run, it's just been totally amazing to see the results. And until you do, like we all do trials, we all do bits and pieces on our own farms, and until we've done it scientifically as well, it's just been a real eye-opener, and it's just been a really good thing to come out of it, because it's just proven that we don't need to waste money. We're all about being cost effective, and this project has really highlighted that the most.
We're reducing our nitrogen rates before the trials, but we weren't confident on how far we could go. So we were close to the 6 easy steps before the trial. So this trial confirmed what our suspicions were, that we could reduce our nitrogen rates. The way Julian's conducted all the trials, it was really professional and exact, so you get the true results.
We are here with lower fertiliser rates and growing probably more cane than what we used to by basically looking at a whole management plan, and fertiliser is one part of it. We've tried to improve our overall farming efficiency by reducing our nitrogen rate, but improving our irrigation substantially, improving our weed control substantially, and that's, as a whole picture and a whole farm management plan, has driven our success, I suppose, with reducing our nitrogen back to 6 easy steps and doing it comfortably and growing better cane and making, in a way, more money. On the area that we've got, we probably save close to $100,000, and that's just fertiliser. We're actually growing better cane now because we've fine-tuned the other parts of our farming system. We're in a lot better position now than what we used to be in 4 or 5 years ago.
Over the course of the project, which started in 2011, we planned our first crop till 2016. We've had 23 collaborators in the project. We have completed 57 trials. We have done 4 complete farm management trials in the Delta and 4 in the Briar. And out of that, I am pleased to say that SRA were right. We've had 100% success rate with 6 easy steps when we've had more than 1 year's data coming out of the trials.